And the seventh, perhaps deepest lesson of 2025, purpose outlasts passion. Passion is emotional. It's the fire that gets you started. But purpose is eternal. It's the fuel that keeps you going when the fire burns low. This year is showing us that people who anchor their motivation in purpose can outlast any storm. Why? Because when you know why you're doing something, no obstacle can truly break you. Passion says, this is fun. Purpose says, this is necessary. Passion says, I'm excited. Purpose says, I'm committed. In 2025, the world is louder, faster, and more uncertain than ever. That means passion alone isn't enough. It fades. Purpose is what makes you unstoppable. Ask yourself, who am I serving? What impact do I want to make? What story do I want my life to tell? When you anchor your daily actions in those answers, motivation stops being something you search for. It becomes a natural outcome of living on mission. And when 2030 arrives, you'll look back on 2025 not as the year you lost your drive, but as the year you discovered the only drive you'll ever need, the drive of purpose. The first lesson 2025 is screaming at us is this: motivation without action is worthless. Think about it. How many people make vision boards every January, write down goals in shiny notebooks, hype themselves up with plans, and by February, it's dust? Why? Because they confuse inspiration with execution. In 2025, the winners aren't the ones who get the most inspired. They're the ones who move fastest after the spark hits. The second you get an idea, the second you feel that push, you must act. Send the email. Write the first page. Make the call. Start the workout. In this age, speed matters. Action creates clarity, and clarity fuels lasting motivation. Without it, you're just chasing dopamine highs that fade like smoke. Look around. The creators, leaders, entrepreneurs dominating 2025 didn't wait until they were ready. They acted, stumbled, adjusted, acted again, and momentum built motivation, not the other way around. That's the truth 2025 is teaching. Don't sit and wait for motivation. Create it through motion. The second lesson of 2025 is that discipline is the new motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. And in a world that's louder, busier, and more distracting than ever, discipline is the shield that keeps you on track when your feelings betray you. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, I don't feel like it? That's the trap. Motivation in 2025 is teaching us that I don't feel like it is irrelevant. Feelings come and go, but discipline turns action into identity. It's brushing your teeth for success. It's automatic, it's daily, it's non-negotiable. The people crushing 2025 aren't waiting for mood swings to align with their dreams. They've trained themselves to act regardless of mood. That's why they're building habits that compound into empires while others scroll and procrastinate. And here's the twist. When discipline becomes habit, it actually fuels motivation. You start to trust yourself. You see results, and results create energy. Discipline births motivation, not the other way around. That's the new reality of this year. The third lesson 2025 is drilling into us is environment shapes motivation more than willpower ever will. You can have all the goals in the world, but if you live in chaos, if you surround yourself with negativity, if your phone is a trap of endless distraction, you will lose. Period. Motivation isn't just inside you. It's in the spaces you build around you. Look at the high performers in 2025. Their environments are designed for growth. Their desks are clean, their phones are filtered, their routines are protected. They've engineered their surroundings so the path of least resistance is the path of success. Why? Because willpower is limited, but design is permanent. If you want your 2030 self to thank you, start redesigning your 2025 environment right now. Remove the temptations. Add triggers for productivity. Surround yourself with people who inspire action, not excuses. In 2025, motivation isn't about forcing yourself to climb uphill every day. It's about building a hill that tilts in your favor. And when you do that, motivation feels less like a battle and more like gravity pulling you forward. The fourth lesson 2025 is teaching us about motivation is resilience beats intensity. Too many people start the year like a sprint. They work out every day for 2 weeks, burn themselves out on a new project, go all in with unsustainable effort, and then crash. By March, their motivation is gone. But resilience? That's different. Resilience is the quiet, steady ability to get back up after every setback. It's the skill of restarting when life knocks you off track. In 2025, life is unpredictable. Markets shift, technology changes overnight, health challenges appear, relationships evolve. If your motivation depends on perfect conditions, you'll fail. But if you cultivate resilience, nothing can stop you for long. Imagine a boxer. You don't win by never being hit. You win by standing back up after every punch. Your future self doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to be unbreakable. The motivated ones in 2025 aren't the ones who never stumble. They're the ones who stumble, learn, adapt, and keep moving. Resilience is the ultimate motivation multiplier. The fifth lesson is that identity fuels motivation more than goals ever can. Let me explain. Most people set goals like, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to make more money, or I want to write a book. Those are external. They sound good, but they don't change who you are. That's why they fade. In 2025, the winners are shifting from goal-based motivation to identity-based motivation. Instead of, I want to lose weight, it's, I am an athlete. Instead of, I want to make money, it's, I am an entrepreneur. Instead of, I want to write, it's, I am a writer. See the difference? When your identity shifts, your behavior naturally aligns. You don't need hype when your actions are part of who you are. Motivation becomes automatic because you're not chasing something, you're living it. This year is showing us that identity is the root and goals are the fruit. If you want motivation that lasts, stop asking, what do I want to achieve? Start asking, who do I want to become? The 2025 lesson is clear. Become the person first, and the results will follow. The sixth lesson 2025 is screaming at us is this: technology can either destroy your motivation or supercharge it. It depends on how you use it. Think about your phone. For most people, it's a black hole that sucks away hours of their day, draining focus, numbing ambition, and killing creativity. But for the few who master I. And the seventh, perhaps deepest lesson of 2025, purpose outlasts passion. Passion is emotional. It's the fire that gets you started. But purpose is eternal. It's the fuel that keeps you going when the fire burns low. This year is showing us that people who anchor their motivation in purpose can outlast any storm. Why? Because when you know why you're doing something, no obstacle can truly break you. Passion says, this is fun. Purpose says, this is necessary. Passion says, I'm excited. Purpose says, I'm committed. In 2025, the world is louder, faster, and more uncertain than ever. That means passion alone isn't enough, it fades. Purpose is what makes you unstoppable. Ask yourself, who am I serving? What impact do I want to make? What story do I want my life to tell? When you anchor your daily actions in those answers, motivation stops being something you search for. It becomes a natural outcome of living on mission. And when 2030 arrives, you'll look back on 2025 not as the year you lost your drive, but as the year you discovered the only drive you'll ever need, the drive of purpose.